I'm gonna make stuffed tomatoes, and I'm gonna stuff them with ricotta cheese and mushrooms and a lot of other good stuff. It only takes minutes to put together, and it's the perfect side dish. Get away from the corn and the potatoes and the green beans for a little while and try something new that I know you're gonna love. So today I'm gonna show you how to make them step by step. Let's get started. So I'm gonna start out by preparing my tomatoes. I've got 4 of them right here. See, aren't these beautiful? These are not super ripe, but they're not super firm either, you see? Now you wanna get your tomatoes to be all about the same size because you want them all to cook the same. And I like to use big ones. Now you can pick small ones, medium size, or even bigger than this. I think this is a good size for me, but you can pick whichever ones you like. So I'm gonna start out by removing the core and cleaning out all the inside. Now, some people like to cut them in half and prepare halves. We want as much tomato as we can get. So I'm only gonna remove the top. And you just wanna go in here and remove it as best as you can, just like this. Look at that, they're so juicy. And then you wanna remove the inside. So I usually just slice around like this. Now, you don't wanna remove too much of the pulp inside because you want some nice firm walls. If you remove a lot from the inside and your walls are real thin, then, you know, they're gonna get real floppy on you when they're cooking. So you want to leave your walls a little thick. Now you wanna remove the flesh from the inside with a spoon. You can also use a grapefruit spoon because it's serrated and you can, you know, probably use this a lot easier. And take your time and just carve the inside, you see, and remove all the seeds and all that juice. You see all this wet part from the inside. See, just like this. Now, as you can see, I've got some paper towels over here on this plate. So I'm gonna flip them over so they can drain as much as they can. That'll be a lot easier for you because they'll be nice and dry from the inside. Now I'm gonna move on and prepare another one. See, take your time when you're doing this. That's perfect. And then you wanna continue removing the inside, seeds and all. So I'm done with my last tomato. And they're perfect. Now these right here, you can save them and you can just cut the core off and you can prepare them in your breakfast tomorrow, whatever you like. As you can see, I've got all the pulp over here, see? And all the juice is down at the bottom. You can do whatever you want with the juice. I'm gonna get some of the flesh from inside like this and I'm gonna chop it up because this is also gonna go in to the mixture that I'm gonna prepare for the inside. See, you just want to give it a nice chop like this. You see, 1 cup's worth is good. So I've got it nicely chopped and I've got it right here in my bowl. I'm going to clean up my area and then we can head to the stove because I'm going to prepare the filling. I'm going to be using this skillet right here and I've got my heat set on a little bit lower than medium. I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil in here. And that's good. Now I'm going to add my onions. I have 1 cup and about 1/4 of green onions. Now you can use your favorite onions, whichever ones you like. They're all good, but I like the green ones because they add a good flavor and because they're colorful. See? I'm going to move them around for about 1 minute. Now after 1 minute, I'm going to add my garlic. I have 1 large garlic clove, finely minced. See? And I'm gonna move it in here for about 1 minute, just so that it can release its flavor in with the onions. Now I'm gonna add my yellow bell peppers. I have 1/4 cup of finely diced yellow bell pepper. You can use the orange, you can use the green or the red, whichever you like. And I'm gonna add the 1 cup of the tomato flesh, both of them together. Look at how beautiful this looks. See, nice and colorful. Now I'm gonna add my mushrooms. I have 1 1/4 cup of mushrooms. These are baby Bella slices. See, now don't cut them up. If you have a real big piece, you just wanna maybe break it in half like this and that's it, because they are gonna shrivel down, see? So you wanna just put them in like that. Now I'm gonna add my oregano. I have 1/2 teaspoon of dry oregano in here. Oh, this is gonna give it a delicious flavor. And I have about 1/4 cup of finely chopped parsley. I'm going to add the parsley in here. I'm going to add some pepper. You can add as much as you want. I love pepper, and so does my Ron. So I'm going to be generous with the pepper. And I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of my homemade seasoning salt. You want to season well. Oh, look at this. And it smells so good. Now, you can use any kind of seasoning salt that you like. But my homemade seasoning salt just has everything in it, ready to go. That's why I love it. I'm going to put a link below so you can prepare it and have it handy if you ever need it. See? Now, I'm going to lower the temperature to a medium-low. And I'm going to let it simmer like this for about 4 minutes. So it's been about 4 minutes and my filling has been simmering and it's just perfect. Now this would be a good time for you to taste it and adjust your seasoning. That is delicious. Now I'm going to add my ricotta cheese. I have 3/4 of a cup of ricotta cheese. I'm going to add it in here. And I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. These are panko breadcrumbs. You can use your favorite breadcrumbs. And I'm going to bring all of this in together like this. This is going to be the best filling. Now that I've brought it all in together, I'm going to let it simmer on low for about 2 to 3 minutes. Just like this. So my time is up. My filling has been simmering on low and it's ready. Look at that. I'm going to turn off the heat and now we're ready to stuff our tomatoes. They've been face down, draining all this time and they're perfect from the inside. Now before we stuff them, we want to season the inside. So you want to make sure that you season them really well. I'm adding some pepper in here because we love the pepper. And I've got a little more of my homemade seasoning salt. And I'm going to put some of the seasoning salt in here to season them really well, see? And I'm going to fill them. Now, you don't want to pack it real tight. Just get it in there normally like this. This is perfect. Now, I'm going to set it right here, and I'm going to do another one. Be sure to season it real well from the inside. See? So this is my last one. Now, you may have some filling left over, and that's okay because you never know what size your tomatoes are going to be. Some may be a little bigger than the others. I'm going to put my tomatoes right in my dish. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of the olive oil in here. Just kind of move them around a little bit. I'm going to put them all in here. Now, if they move and slide around, that's okay. Let them lean on their neighbor. Just put them in here. I'm going to set this aside and prepare my topping. Now the topping is the easiest thing. I have 1 tablespoon of melted butter. I have some finely chopped parsley. And I have more of the panko breadcrumbs. I'm going to put the panko breadcrumbs in here. It's about 1/4 cup. And I'm going to add just enough parsley in here to give it some color. Maybe a tablespoon. And I'm going to add the 1 tablespoon of melted butter. I'm going to mix it all in together like this until it gets real well incorporated. See? Very easy. Now I'm going to get my tomatoes and I'm going to put my crumbs on top. Very carefully, like this. Look at this. See how pretty they look? And I'm going to put them right into my dish. And I'm going to prepare another one. So I've got them all topped. I'm going to put it into my dish. And they're ready to go. Now you want to make sure that you have your oven preheated to 375. I'm going to put this dish right on the middle rack, anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes. Just until your breadcrumbs are nice and golden. Every now and then you want to move your dish around to make sure that they get golden all the way around. And I'll see you in a little bit. So it's been 25 minutes and my stuffed tomatoes are ready. Come take a look. Oh, look at this. So here's one of my tomatoes. Oh man, this is gonna be delicious. And we're gonna have these stuffed tomatoes with a ribeye steak. Oh, just perfect. Look at this. See? These are nice and hot. Mmm. Oh, look at this steak. Mmm. Mmm. A perfect combination. You can pair this with a steak, fried chicken, baked chicken, pork chops, anything you like. So these are my stuffed tomatoes with ricotta cheese and mushrooms. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up, send me a comment and tell me what you think. Thank you.